fuck's going on? Okay, I'm tired of hearing the same dialogue over and over. I'll re-talk about freaking Deltarune Chapter 1 if you're happy. Jeez.
Yes, talk about me again, Alan, how I tormented you. Hang on.
Alright, so this video is basically a redo of my experience fighting Jevil of Deltarune Chapter 1's secret boss fight. Okay? It is a redo of that video. And I feel like it's about time for me that I finally make this redo video with the intro and all. So, I want to start from the beginning. Okay? So, the beginning of all this. What happened? Okay? That's what I want to start off with, right? Okay, so 12 days ago, I fought Jevil for the very first time, right? And he was an absolute pain in my A, okay? And he kind of made me lose my mind, okay? Let's sum it up there, right? The first video, the first My Experience video that got like 55 views 12 days ago. Not a lot of views, but he made me lose my mind. He made me, like, really lose my marbles. You know, just trying to fight him is so difficult. Like, just trying to fight him, like, the pacifist way, I'd argue is extremely difficult. Probably even way too difficult for me. I mean, I'd argue both methods of fighting Jevil was way too much for me. But Jevil basically started, like, I think started this whole thing about video games, you know, me just needing to stop, you know, me needing to not fall for the trap of video games. And after that video I made, the first part about the Jevil fight video, it made me realize that, like, dude, you know, me playing video games, you know, made me, like, this destruct. You're gonna see why here in a second. Like, I'm gonna show you, like, all of his moves. But I wanted to, like, emphasize that, like, Jevil kind of made me, you know, realize, like, dude, you know, look how destructive you're becoming. We need to change, like, ourselves, you know. We need to change. I need to go be a new person, okay? I need to stop doing this. I need to get out of the fucking house. I need to stop being so angry. I need to stop, you know, being all of this. I need to just stop. I just need to redo my stuff, you know. I need to go do something else, or I just need to take a break from video games. So anyways, let me show you the entire fight. Let me show you all of his moves. Let me show you the moves I struggled with. Let me show you all of that stuff so you guys can get a better idea, a better grasp of the Jevil fight. I'm using Hugo's Jevil fight footage for this, just to kind of emphasize, right? So, when you fight Jevil, there are two ways you can do it, right? Now, obviously, I wasn't mad about having to grind for the keys, because when you meet Jevil, you're supposed to help, like, kind of break him free / give him a friend. So you're supposed to backtrack through the castle, and not only through the castle, but through multiple areas, like backtrack to multiple areas and find these pieces of the key. And once you find all the pieces of the key, you unlock Jevil's little door, because apparently he was supposedly locked in, right? So when the boss fight actually starts, when you unlock the key, or unlock the freaking thing, you know, unlock the door, you go in, Jevil greets you, visitors, how can we play? Then after, I can play with everyone else too, like after he plays with you guys. So what game are we exactly playing? Oh, it's just a simple numbers game. When your HP drops 0, you lose. So that's the kind of game you want to play. Then I gotta warn you. You know, you're dealing with a couple of sharks, right? Ooh, shark to shark. Now, let the games begin. So basically, right, not only you're hearing this theme, like, the entire fucking fight, which could be really annoying or not that annoying, but I'm telling y'all, right? So you can do this fight two ways. Excuse me, sorry. Freaking things in my mouth and stuff. You can do this fight two ways. So, you can basically, for example, your TP. What makes this fight so difficult is his moves and managing your TP to have Susie do Rude Buster if you want to kill him. But it's even worse when you want to act and try to spare Jevil. Because basically, you got to get this motherfucker, like, tired 9 different times, right? Throughout the fight. Now, he's doing the pacifist shit, right? Where you have to dodge moves and make sure you stay close to the move, but still dodge it by gaining that much TP, right? Or at least over 50 TP for one move, right? Not basically what they just did was they did an act where they basically taunted, not taunted, but they basically like acted, and acting basically makes Jevil extremely tired, right? Or not extremely tired, not like the first one, but it makes him tired, right? And apparently, in the entire game, Jevil has, if you're doing the pacifist version of the fight, which is what I was spending most of my time when fighting Jevil doing, by the way, instead of murking him, like I decided to do near the end, right? Okay, so basically, having to gain all the way up to 50 TP, right, to make Jevil tired is probably the way harder version to do of this fight, right? Because basically, my boy here has a hidden tired meter, right? And like unlike other, like your casual enemies that show when they're tired, Jevil doesn't actually show when he's tired, right? When you can put on the pacify spell with Ralsei to make him tired. And I was doing research into Google because I didn't know this. I didn't know how many times you need to make this dude tired in order for the fight to be won, right? Because, you know, Deltarune and Undertale have this thing about you can also win fights without even fighting at all type stuff, right? So that's a whole thing, right? And I'm trying to do it that way. I'm trying to do it with that method in mind, but this motherfucker, every time you act and try to act like successfully and stuff and do that whole thing to make him tired, apparently the thing that you do that wastes 50 TP only makes him tired of total of 1 point of tired. And you need to do this 9 separate times in order to win the battle. But you might think, okay, make that man tired 9 times. That should not be that hard. Wait until you see, right? So, he's probably done this 100 times, but let's start with this move, right? You're wondering, okay, how the f do I dodge this? This is his arrow spade move, where basically he circles around the map, and they get closer to you, they home in on you and stuff, right? Now, there is methods to this, like, for example, dodging like that, or you can dodge by circling around the spades, too. Like getting out of the spade trap and then circling around, like, outside of the spade trap. You can dodge it 2 ways, right? I usually dodge this move just fine, right? Most of the time, but I still get hit, like he did there, right? And basically you go into this defense mode too, because some turns you have to go into defense and stay defending, and then it's like, okay, he's going to show you more moves, right? And also keep in mind, right, is Jevil also has a lot of RNG. He actually has RNG in his fight, in terms of what moves he's going to dish out at this time, and moves he's going to dish out at that time. Like the beginning part, like his first couple of moves is always going to stay the same, right? But some moves in the fight, when he dishes them out, is going to be random. So it isn't going to be completely the same for each and every single playthrough you do of him. Unless, like, you've mastered Jevil, like, to a T. Like, you've actually got his entire moveset down to a freaking T and stuff, right? So, this is his second, Jevil's second move, right? Is he spams this spade of hearts at you, and they come flying at you on the screen, right? Now you're like, okay, I made him tired for the second time. Cool. I built up enough. This move right here is easily my worst fucking move. By far, hands down, bar none. Other than maybe Final Chaos. Final Chaos, I actually learned how to dodge better than this move. This Scythe move. So, this Scythe move really pisses me off. Because there's a strategy to this. You can, like, circle around the sides when they're coming into you, because they also, like, go in and out of spinning, right? Which I bet he's going to try and do, right? there is a method. You can spin like that on the bottom. You can spin using the bottom one. You can spin using any of these sides, really. But since it's RNG on which direction they're going to move to, because sometimes they'll move this way, like the sides will spin that way to the right, but most times they'll spin to the left. So you're trying to find a side that you can perfectly time your spin around this side. Like, it's still going to be closed, but you can spin around this side so you can not get damaged, right? And I always fuck this up. All the time. It's very rare that I don't fuck up that spinny scythe move. And I remember I would lose massive amounts of health here. Also, just want to say this now. Fuck Rouse during this goddamn fight. He can only take like 1 or 2 attacks from Jevil at full power and he's fucking dead. And Chris doesn't do that much better. He can only take like maybe 1, 2, or 3 hits during this entire fight and it's really freaking annoying, right? Susie's the only one that can at least tank at least 4 to 5 hits before they fucking go out, right? And keep in mind, as well, I didn't have, like, the best gear, alright? Like, for example, I mean, I think I did have, like, some, not really the best defensive stuff on me equipped, so I probably could have made the fight at least even a smidge bit easier if I had better ways to defend myself in the game, if they just showed me where, like, the best defense of Chapter 1 was. And also, it probably would have helped if I actually streamed Chapter 1 and people would have told me, I don't know if people were telling me, cause, like, my stream of Deltarune Chapter 1 was, like, forever ago on my channel at this point. So, I have no idea, if, you know, people were telling me where the best gear was and all that other sort of stuff in that Deltarune Chapter 1 stream. But anyways, I didn't have the best gear going into this or the best items. All I had was like Dark Burgers, 2 Revival Mints, and then maybe like a donut and another thing from those bake sale shops. And I went in doing multiple attempts. And then before that as well, I didn't have Susie's best weapon. Apparently I beat Queen with like one of the less strong weapons for some reason, which is weird. But anyways, I digress, right? So, you're probably sitting there, you made him tired, or whatever. He feels like chaos. You know, you try to defend so you can get your TP back up or heal. This fucking move. So, this carousel-like move is so annoying. Though they're very gracious to you when you try to, like, you know, dodge and shit. Like, at least, like, with the, you know... Okay, let me reiterate. So, this carousel move, like I said, it's a really big move, but they're very generous in terms of, like, how you can dodge it, right? And you just gotta follow, like, the patterns, right? You gotta follow the patterns to the best of your ability without getting hit on the carousel move. That move's also annoying. But I would argue what's even more annoying is this move, the Clover, like, spread out move. Because these will spread out, like, even faster and faster. Not, like, longer, but even faster, right? And it's annoying trying to dodge them all the time because you won't, like, dodge them all the time. It's really annoying. It's really bad. The heart-shaped diamonds, too. The best way to dodge this one, right, is to stay at the top and then wait to move to the right or left from the ones that are popping up. This move does not give me that many problems, but the other move and a lot of other moves give me problems. Well, at least this one was giving me problems at first, but, like, I later mastered this one by just doing attempt after attempt. The world keeps spinning, right, or whatever the fuck. But then you also have the carousel with the mini ducklings. You also have a fucking advertisement in the way. So it's a whole thing, right? You also have another move where they throw, like, the spades of, what is it? Just regular spade attack. And then, as well, it gets even worse because then Jevil will do, like, final... I think after a while he will do Final Chaos if you try to tire him out enough. And then after Final Chaos, if you don't, like, kill him or pacify him, what will end up happening is that he'll also, like, combine some of his moves together and make his moveset worse. I am talking about Deltarune Chapter 1 Secret Boss all over again, like a re-review of Deltarune Chapter 1 Secret Boss Jevil the Clown or Jevil the Jester for other people, right? That is what I'm currently reviewing right now, reviewing his moveset, his kit, all that other sort of stuff, right? So not only, like, the spades as well was also a problem, which I'm going to show off right here as well. The spades was a problem, right? this was easily the worst move. When the clover started spewing out these little balls, never figured out how to dodge those properly. I just got lucky. And then Jevil getting so upset that he's starting to shoot spears at me. That was also a move I didn't get to. But this is also what I was talking about when they shoot the spades, the clovers, and then the little darts all at the same time. It's kind of annoying with that. And then he also has the slower version of the diamond shooting upward, but then he also has Final Chaos, which this is Final Chaos right here. Where basically a bunch of sites start falling down off the map. And basically you just gotta do your best, dodge them all. Right? Oh my god. Don't fly into any of the sides coming down as well. Just do not fly down from those. And that should be all these moves, right? Now keep in mind, right? All these moves have different sets of speeds, different ways to dodge and attack. And keep in mind, right? Jevil, oh my fuck. I'm going to be so honest with y'all. Jevil, out of every single secret boss in Undertale / Deltarune I have fought, obviously we all know Sans took me, like, the longest, right? But I feel like Jevil, like, easily took me almost as much time as Sans to kind of get behind and deal with. Because I first fought him on stream, I think it was, like, near the time I made my experience / like a day before, like a day prior, when I did the Mega Man and Bass, the Power Battle Bass full playthrough. When I did that video, that was when I originally did my first Jevil video, my first Jevil set of streams, or set of attempts, right? My very first, right? And I remember that stream was like 3 to 4 hours of like failed attempts at trying to do like Jevil, right? And every single time I would fail at doing Jevil with his move kit and all that other sort of shit, I would get so close to finishing the job, but could not make it through because one move killed me, or I didn't get the patterns down for the other, or I didn't have enough TP to make him more tired so I can tire him out and win. And the fight would just go on and on and on. I remember my first couple of hours like made me do that my experience video in the first place, that couple of runs. I was still fuming in my Mega Man the Power Battle base playthrough. I was so fucking pissed off. It's like still about the whole fight with Jevil, that it correlated into that stream, and then it correlated into a 23-minute my experience video about Jevil being so fucking angry, being so pissed off, being like so full of rage that like, you know, I said so much shit, like, I don't want to ever, like, fight secret bosses like this again, or I don't want to do this again, and I'm tired of Alan falling for this fucking trap of him needing to do secret bosses to prove himself worthy, or fucking do this, do that, and that stream caused a whole bunch of shit off camera, like me fucking getting so angry, kicking the dresser, punching my dresser, just making me go off the walls, right? To the point, like, my brain sort of, you know, sort of fucking made me kind of, like, sort of pseudo, like, lash out, right? At first. And then it got worse, as you guys know, with the fucking Outer Tail Papyrus fight, and that made me want to do a lot more crazy shit. Like, Jevil was, like, the eye-opener, right? And by the way, I saw that comment, Open Eyes. Hey, King, I hope you're doing great. I'm doing good. Right? So, Jevil kind of, like, opened my eyes to my issue, but, like, Outer Tail Papyrus boss fight really made me kind of, like, do some crazy shit after that. And then it kind of made me go into this whole thing about not wanting to play video games for a while. But anyways, so I was doing that. I was not really touching video games for a while after that video, Jevil, and all of those other attempts with Jevil, right? And after, like, a while, I wanted to do, like, SPAMTON Neo, his boss fight, you know, Chapter 2 Secret Boss. And then after doing Chapter 2 Secret Boss, it led me down the path of doing Jevil attempts, okay? Because in the back of my head, after defeating Neo SPAMTON, I thought I can maybe stand more of a chance against Jevil now, since I did Neo SPAMTON. Even though Neo SPAMTON, the secret boss fight version of Neo SPAMTON is significantly easier than Neo SPAMTON Snowgrave route, which everybody knows Neo SPAMTON Snowgrave is no fucking joke. But I did the secret boss version, Neo SPAMTON, where I get him the parts and all that stuff. But I thought because I did Neo SPAMTON, I could probably reattempt Jevil. I'm feeling the attempts of Jevil over and over and over again, right? I'm feeling myself. So after SPAMTON Neo, which this was like yesterday actually, or 2 days ago now, where I did this video about Jevil, or where I did this video about SPAMTON Neo, but that later turned into over an hour, by the way, because it was like, what, 2 hours 26 when I did Neo SPAMTON, beat him, and then it was like 2 hours 40. So I spent about 2 hours 43 all the way to 3 hours 50 trying to do at least Jevil, because Jevil was pissing me off so bad. And each and every single time I would fight Jevil, I would get so close to beating him. And I mean that, like every single, like think about it. Jevil was probably one of the only boss fights, right? And keep in mind, this never happened to me with Sans. This never happened to me with Neo SPAMTON. This never happened to me with Undying the Undying. I would get so close to finishing the fight and then fumble at the end so many fucking times. Jevil, ooh, I almost wanted to flip out on you. He is the only secret boss that I've dealt with where I've gotten so close and then just fumble the bag over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And I was getting so fucking sick of that, to the point in this attempt when I did my 10th and final attempt in this video, right? Like after a long while, it was a long ass fight. I died, right? I fumbled it. I couldn't, finish the job. And after this video loads, geez, I didn't think this video was going to buffer so much. I did skip a lot of footage just now. So there's a lot that's going on right now. But basically, to sum it up, since this video is not working, to sum it up, basically, right, I lost. And after I lost in that stream to end it, I fucking rage quit. I ain't gonna lie, I silent rage quit. I got off the game. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave Jevil in the dirt, because every single time I fucking attempt Jevil, it's the same shit over and over again. I go in there, I believe, I go in there and fuck him up, I do my thing. I try to pacify him over 9 to 10 times. I stay alive. I dodge his moves over and over. I'm dying by the spades or the diamonds, or definitely those fucking scythes I'm dying to 24-7 over here. Yeah, I'm not losing my shit over this, but it's like the same shit over and over again. I'm getting frustrated over and over and over and over and over again. It's the same fucking thing over and over, and I'm doing my best to fucking deal with this boss, but no strategy I'm doing is fucking working, and I'm doing them all. I'm legit doing them all. And so after like a day or two, after I do like the Neo SPAMTON video, my experience with Neo SPAMTON, and I did mention Jevil in that video, right? But after that video, I think I did like a vlog, which was like a day after, which was like my only video, right? But then after that, like 21 hours ago, which was yesterday, by the way, the only video I uploaded was my other attempts of doing Jevil, right? So yesterday, I decided to hop back on Deltarune, because a part of me was like, no, you know what? No. I'm tired of this stupid ass, fuck ass, dumbass clown with this chaos. I can do anything type bitch ass motherfucker. I was sick of him fucking bullying me, trashing me around, having him be in my fucking head all the goddamn time, until this shit happened after 23 attempts. Okay, 23 different Jevil attempts. It was probably way more than 23. If I kept my first stream of doing Jevil before I did Neo SPAMTON, we would probably be on attempt like 30 to fucking 40 different attempts at doing Jevil, right? So I get on a run like this. At the beginning, you're probably looking at this shit like it's the exact same run as before, right?
Oh my god.
So my strategies are the same. We're going to watch this whole thing, by the way. So my strategy is kind of the same, basically. I'm thinking, okay, at this point, I'm just going to die again. Because it always happens on the fight with Jevil. Always. Always happens. There's literally no point in me trying Jevil. But I'm still going to keep on trying. For some reason, I want to keep on trying. I just want to get rid of this dude. Alright? Like, really want to get rid of this dude. And it got so bad to the point, I changed up strategies, by the way. Instead of just doing the pacifist route and... Excuse me. Instead of doing the pacifist route, I decided to kill him. You know, I think it was like midway through this other stream I did yesterday. I decided to change up my game. And instead of just keeping him alive and doing the pacifist, I decided to defeat Jevil. Just kill him. Just fucking kill him. Because screw Jevil. He is a bitch. And you know what? He deserves to die. If I could kill him. You know. Because at this point, I wasn't sure if I was going to kill him. All I knew was, this is my last stand against Jevil. Because after this stream, if I still didn't beat him, or couldn't beat him or whatever, after this, I was done. I was not going to touch Jevil again. Or maybe so for another, like, eon. I just wasn't going to do it.
I am not beating Jevil.
Yeah, see? I really started to think, I'm just not going to fucking beat him. It legit felt like Sans Jr. in a way. Jevil really felt like Sans Jr. I was going to walk out so many different times, but I kind of stayed steady a little bit. And keep in mind, during this fucking video, or during this video and even the last one, or maybe during this one, both Louie and my dad were asleep. So, like, I had to do my best to really keep it calm. And I mean it. I had to do my best to keep myself extremely calm. Like, during all these attempts. I couldn't let out the loudest fuck you in the world. I couldn't rage, like, really bad. Right? I couldn't fucking do any of that. I couldn't let out my rage. I just had to bottle it up and, you know, bottle it up, but bottle it up in a way to where I put it into these attempts. Right? Just do my best to do that and all that stuff. Just do my best. And what my new strategy was when I changed around is, instead of defending all the time, I'll have Rousey defend while me and Chris gain TP by constantly attacking him to get his HP low enough. And if I have enough for Rude Buster, then I will straight up attack. Like, for example, if we have a fat amount of TP, but I still want to keep my TP up, sometimes I'll just defend with Chris and Rousey, and then just have Susie do the attack, or I'll, like, defend with Chris. Sometimes I'll defend with Chris, but use Rude Buster with Susie, and then attack with Rousey, or vice versa. Rousey will be my defense, while Susie and Chris do all of the attacking. So that way my TP can constantly stay up, at least past 50, because you need at least 50% TP in order to dish out Rude Buster, Susie's Rude Buster, the move that fucking carries you in almost any fight when you want to do massive damage in one turn. Right? So yes, I'm still struggling by hitting people with moves. You know, I'm, really trying. Also, another thing that I didn't notice, but in Deltarune, you can press X when when you do Rude Buster with Susie, right? I'm going to tell you guys this, so that way, you guys know this when trying to hit Susie with Rude Buster, or anytime you use it. So, when you use Susie's move, right, and it lands, before it lands, what I want every single one of y'all to do is press X before it lands, X or square, but I think it's X, right? If you're using a PlayStation. Press X right before it lands, it will deal double damage. So really keep this in mind. It will deal even more damage if you press X. You used to be able to mash it, like mash the button, but now it's like time to like near when it hits. Press X and it will deal more damage. So really, that strategy really saved me time during this Jevil run, or just during during any boss fight in general, because you know more damage the freaking better.
Yeah, I need that club sandwich.
So, yeah. Lucas said, I'm not even going to play the secret bosses in case I go back at Deltarune. Honestly, these are the only two I'm willing to do. I'm not going to do, like, Chapter 5, 6, or 7 unless it's Sans. Something. Then I'm not even going to bother. Unless it does legit interest me, then I'll do it, but until then, I ain't touching. That's what I said to myself when doing these Deltarune bosses, or secret bosses, like, unless I'm really interested in them or something,
I legit can't have anyone go down there.
then I'll do it, but until then, I won't. Oh, and also, even using this strategy on previous runs, I would get so close, but yet still not clutch it out. Even trying the method of killing him.
Oh, we're fucked. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Okay, we're dead.
Yeah, see, and I'm getting scared, too, because I want to make sure I make the right decisions. This is another reason why I hate Jevil, is that this dude would stress me out so bad, especially if I'm on a good run, to the point, like, I kind of freeze up and I don't know which move is the correct move to make. By the way, bless the slow diamonds for giving you an ass load of TP. Like, all the time. It's a blessing in disguise.
Let me see, we got 2 pieces of food. Well, technically 3.
Yeah, and I'm really trying to make a game plan here. Like a strategy here.
Unless I just feel like... And here's Final Chaos.
I learned how to deal with Final Chaos. Final Chaos is not that bad of an ultimate.
Oh my god.
Fucking hate it when he brings out everything. I can do any... Imagine hearing those same lines over and over again as you're playing. I can do anything. Chaos. Chaos. Oh. 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 24/7, dude. I had to cover my mouth because I was low-key about to scream, but then I realized Louie and Dad are still out, so I had to cover my shit. That's why I sound like I'm in a straitjacket or duct tapes over my mouth, or I just got grabbed.
Oh my god. Fucking... Fuck. Oh. Oh my... I'm not... No, never. Holy shit, that only took me an hour 35. Oh. So I don't care about fighting Jevil again. We fucking did it, y'all. Alright. Like, comment, subscribe. I am fucking out of here, bro. Goodbye. Oh. Well, actually, I should say my final thoughts because, why not? Jevil sucked. Like, he legit sucked. I did not enjoy him. At all. Whatsoever. Fuck him. Fuck. Yeah, that's right, you heard me, Jevil. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you, Jevil. Fuck you, Jevil. Fuck you, Jevil. God, I could just say fuck you, Jevil all day long. I'm done. I don't need to fucking worry about him anymore. That's my point. Fuck this trash.
Here's why you should switch from Google by downloading.
Yeah, that was like my last thoughts on Jevil. Because Jevil, I ain't gonna lie, right? SPAMTON Neo was way funner as a boss fight than fucking Jevil. Jevil was really annoying, not only with his dialogue, but his moves and everything he had in his kit. Made him ultimately way more annoying than SPAMTON Neo. Now, I can't say anything about SPAMTON or SPAMTON Neo Snowgrave. I can't say anything about that still, because I haven't tried it yet. But I definitely can say at least, like, the secret boss version, SPAMTON Neo was way funner. I beat him in, like, my first try. But anyways, point being, right, is that when you go into this fight, please watch some videos, okay, when you go into this fight, because that's what I did. I did that, and I still got fucked up by the majority of the shit. But the point is, please watch some fucking videos, okay, on how the Jevil fight works so you can understand most of the moves. Please fucking, not only that, but also make sure all your guys have some of the best gear that they can get in Chapter 1 and also some of the best healing items as well, so you can at least make the fight even easier than how I had it during my attempts at Jevil over and over again, please, for the love of fucking God. Also, for everyone that wants to see, like, all of my Deltarune / Undertale videos, I have a massive playlist where it has all of my official Undertale / Deltarune, gameplay / playthrough videos, and then I also have one for my fan games. So if you want to check that out, you know, check those playlists out and stuff, or maybe some of my other stuff, you can go ahead and do that too. Just wanted to kind of promote that to kind of, you know, get that out of the way. Also, I do have a membership y'all can join for about $1 or so a month, so you also can support my channel and support whatever the frick I decide to do, you know, from here on out. I'll probably vlog right after this so we can just de-escalate, calm down, bring the energy down. But another thing I do need to say is how I felt after the fight, and other than like right after, like after saying fuck Jevil, all that stuff, right? So after everything happened, like the fight happened, I did it, all that, right? You know, I think my dad woke up like 20 minutes later, but we're not going to focus on that part, or like 5 minutes later, 5, 10, 15 minutes later after I kind of try to de-escalate after defeating Jevil. So after doing that, right, like both of my arms got so fucking sore that I could barely raise them, right? I was so stressed out during the fight that like both my arms were so like they were going through, like, they were having the little, like, baby, like, I don't know, either adrenaline rush or they were just so tensed because I was in fight or flight mode for so long, for such a prolonged period of time that, like, both my arms started to, like, really hurt. And shit, I can even touch them right now. What's going on? I cannot say that name. What's going on? Hey, well, even when I touch them right now, they still kind of feel like trash. You know, but I can, like, move them a lot better now. I mean, sure, there's still some restraint, like, on me. But, you know, moving both my arms still hurt. But I got some serious strain in my arms after doing Jevil, which really goes to show that, yeah, you know what? I really should not be doing anything that really stresses me out, because it legit, you know, physically fucking hurts me by the end of it all. You know, it legit hurts me in some way, shape, or form, even after I'm done with everything. Not just up here. It hurts me, like, physically out here. It makes me not only really extremely stressed out, sweat a lot, like, kind of make me lose it a lot, but it also kind of, hurts me in my muscles, in my bones, or whatever the fuck you want to go for. And, yeah, I just want to say that, like, yes, I did beat Jevil, and I'm extremely glad I did, because that's a boss fight I do not want to deal with again. At least with Sans, like, I can enjoy his music and all that other sort of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the world's revolving, like, Jevil's theme and shit, but, dude, hearing it over and over again after attempt after attempt, it does get way more annoying. At least with Sans, it's enjoyable all the way through, even when I was getting annoyed of it, or annoyed of the fight itself. The music just never annoyed me. Unlike the actual battle with Jevil did. That's a whole thing. But anyways, that's my re-review of the Jevil fight. Man, fuck that fight, dude. Oh my god. Now I completely understand, like, all those memes that Deltarune made about, like, being terrified of Jevil, or just fucking Jevil ruined their day. I get it now. I get all those Reddit forums and all those Reddit posts by people asking, yo, is Jevil harder than SPAMTON Neo, or or Neo SPAMTON harder than Jevil? Like, which one for you guys, or whatever the fuck. I get it now. And a lot of those people say Jevil is just a lot harder because of how much bullet patterns you gotta dodge and figure out and all that stuff. But like I said earlier, bring the best items. Bring Susie's best axe she can have in Chapter 1. Make sure you bring really good defensive gear and the best items to make this fight way easier, like even easier than it was for me. And I pray that you can do the pacifist version of the fight where you don't kill him, which is even harder, I would argue. Like I said, is even harder than just killing him. Killing him was really hard as well, but sparing him is even harder. I pray that you guys do good on this fight if you guys choose to do it. Best of luck to you guys either way. Like, you murk him, or you defeat him by lowering his HP, or you defeat him by pacifying him. Good luck to y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching my re-review of the Jevil fight, and I hope each and every single one of y'all has a good day. I'm gonna go vlog now, so if you guys want to watch me just talk shit and just chill out with you guys, y'all can do that too. But anyways, until next time, peace out, y'all. Love y'all. And I probably should end it in a better way than just like, like, I don't know, like, how the fuck should I end this shit, I know I always make it awkward like this because I don't really think of these, I really don't think of his, damn, I really don't think of, like, anything, dude. Like, I really don't. Like, I'm legit out here in these streets. Oh boy. Wait, this thing speaks Japanese? I really hate this